afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to the Crypto Sherpa Show, where I cover the latest cryptocurrency news articles to keep you informed on what's going on. But guys, we did it. We won. It's happening. Like Bitcoin, crypto, everyone's on board now pretty much. And like there's so much stuff going on around the world. And that's basically what this video is, guys. We just won. There have been so many years and fighting going on with like, oh, crypto, it's bad. But no, it's done. Yes, both sides now, like agreeing for it. We want it. And so yes, that's what the big thing about this show is going to be about today. But thank you all for tuning in. It's Tuesday. Hope you're all enjoying your tacos. And yeah, but let's go through the news. Like, how did we win? Well, so far we already have 7 countries which have now been established a national Bitcoin reserve. We got the United States, El Salvador, which was technically the first country to do it and actually making Bitcoin legalized tender, an actual currency in the eyes of the world. Then we got Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Pakistan, Bhutan, and UAE. Bitcoin is replacing gold. It's coming, guys. And then also we got some, like, it's like being adopted, used all around the world. Some guys paying for coffee with Bitcoin in South Africa. We're going mainstream. Let's watch him make this quick little purchase.
Okay, paying for Money Badger. You guys think paying with Money Badger?
So he's playing with Money Badger.
Vita Cafe. Woohoo! This is paying with Bitcoin at Vita.
Look how simple it is, guys. It is this simple to pay for your goods and services with Bitcoin and crypto. Just scan the QR code, approve the amount. You can even put a little note in there and send. Done. It is that simple to pay for coffee, a burger, anything you want with crypto. It's faster. It's cheaper than traditional system. It is happening, guys. We have won. But let's lead to like also just like switching sides out there. I have an article where 12 Democrats have joined the American crypto revolution, because at first it was a lot of fighting back and forth. Oh, this is bad. We can't do this. But now we're all coming together and we're agreeing on this crypto revolution right now. So let's go through this article here. Like maybe who did switch over? So for the first time, Washington speaks with one voice on crypto. After years of partisan deadlocks and ideological battles, Democrats and Republicans are finally breaking their divides to build a common regulatory framework. 12 Democratic senators have just announced their support for negotiations, accelerating the implementation of a law that could redefine the future of a market worth more than $4 trillion. Now, 12 Democrat senators break the resistance. Adoption's aimed by the end of 2025, and a $4 trillion crypto market awaits final institutional legislation. So let's go through this article. Towards the bipartisan legislation on the crypto market in the USA, the shockwave is shaking the halls of the Capitol, while several legislative projects on crypto were already moving forward. Now, 12 Democratic senators from the Banking and Agriculture committees, including Kirsten Gillibrand, Cory Booker, and Mark Warner, caught everyone off guard by calling for a collaboration approach with the Republicans. Now, in a joint statement, they demanded a strong bipartisan framework to avoid a law dictated by only one camp. Now, this unexpected alliance disrupts the legislative balance. Tim Scott, Republican and chairman of the Senate Banking Committee, had anticipated this shift by betting on support from at least 12 Democrats. Now, his institution is confirmed. The bipartisan majority is forming and creating a legislative momentum, now difficult to stop, and only Elizabeth Warren remains in direct opposition, denouncing legislation dictated by the crypto industry. Now, this convergence crystallizes around 7 key pillars, including a strengthening of fight against illicit financing, a clarification of the status of crypto assets not considering a financial security, and increased transparency between the SEC and the CFTC to fill regulatory gray areas. Now, this harmonization reduces bipartisan divides and paves the way for lasting compromise. Now, although Republicans control both chambers, Democratic support remains essential to ensure the sustainable adoption of the bill, and the schedule is accelerating with initial votes organized at the end of September or as early as October, depending on the ongoing negotiations between the Banking and Agriculture Committee. Now, a legislative momentum that accelerates amid international competition. Now, this move takes place in a rapidly changing regulatory landscape. The Genius Act has focused on stablecoins and has already been adopted by Congress and signed by the President Donald Trump. Meanwhile, the Clarity Act, aiming to define whether a crypto is a security or commodity, is still awaiting the Senate's green light after overwhelming approval in the House with 294 votes to the 134. Meanwhile, international competition is intensifying. The European Union is structuring its market with the MiCA regulation. Hong Kong is aggressively attracting the stablecoin issuers, and Singapore imposes severe restrictions on retail investors. Now, this global fragmentation could destabilize some players, but offers the United States a unique opportunity to establish itself as a regulatory hub of the reference for crypto. Now, institutions are already anticipating this churn with over $200 billion in stable coins in circulation. Clear rules means that the insurance, banks, and pension funds can invest massively without fearing reversals. Now, BlackRock, Fidelity, and the competitors now have a legal framework to launch sophisticated crypto products, consolidating the American position in the global sophisticated crypto products in the global crypto ETF market. Now, if bipartisan momentum holds, it will be the new era of legal certainty for crypto, opening the United States, positioning the country as the global reference hub in the race for regulatory hegemony over digital assets. So yeah, until like the other countries, like if they're still arguing with the other sides at different parties, they're not going to progress any further. If anything, they're going to stifle their innovation. But again, this gives the United States a slim opportunity to take advantage of that, since we finally have a team like just coming together, no sides just fighting it out, going, yeah, my side's better, we're going to win. Now we're coming together and we can actually have discussions, conversations, and actually make a structured framework for cryptocurrencies here in America. So this is great news, having at least 12 left Democrats join the American crypto revolution. Now, speaking of like the Democrats on the other side, like I've always wanted Gavin Newsom out, but it looks like Dennis Porter tweeted this literally just an hour ago, but massive breaking: extremely pro-Bitcoin candidate officially declares candidacy for governor of California and declares support for a strategic Bitcoin reserve. So yeah, California will be getting one. We knew one was going to be coming, but we need someone in there. Now, again, like I don't know his full background, just hear that from Dennis Porter right here. He's a pro Bitcoin candidate, and is that good enough? Or I wonder who the other side's going to be, if they're going to be pro. So yeah, but again, first, all in all though, let's get Newsom out of there. He was been there for so long since I lived in Cali. Kind of glad I moved to Florida, got out of there, but I still got family over there and would like some change to see in my hometown. But yeah, so that's some new news too as well. So again, everybody's on board with crypto and Bitcoin, and it's happening, guys. Also, like with changes and just having like good clear structureships, looks like the SEC is to create new rules to allow crypto companies to launch products in the United States without complying with previously regulatory requirements, calling it an innovation exemption. So yeah, so this is bullish news. No longer just the like it being super hard to get a product out there, and like I think this refers to like the ETFs and ETPs. So there's so many regulatory hurdles, but now with this exemption, like we may be seeing a lot of products hit the market, whether it be a XRP ETF, Litecoin ETF, Chainlink ETF, Solana. Wait, is there already a Solana one? I thought those were already in approval. But no, now there's going to be not so many hurdles anymore. So this is big news as well. And then also talking about the crypto market structure bill, looks like just in, SEC Chair Paul Atkins provides an update on the crypto market structure bill. It's important that we have a market structure bill that we want to see this get over the finish line. So let's play this quick little tidbit and hear what he has to say.
On this, I think it's important that we have a market structure bills, and we are actually helping. We were helping with the House, and now we're helping with the Senate as far as technical assistance on questions of securities law and that sort of thing, and gaps that we see that need to be filled. So we're going to continue doing that and provide all sorts of assistance. We're also part of the President's Working Group on Financial Markets that came out with a report here about a month or so ago, and so we're really stand behind that report, and so we want to see this get over the finish line, because the Genius Act, which was enacted by Congress and the President back about a month ago or so, I think was a huge step forward that applied to stable coins, and that's the first time that the United States government and the United States, as in statutory form, has recognized a digital asset like stablecoins. So I think that was great. And now we need to focus on the market structure aspect so that there is certainty in the marketplace and direction to the SEC and the CFTC to work together. I anticipate joint rulemaking, and so that way we can try to future-proof this sort of these rules and the relationships from some road regulator or something in the future.
Yeah.
So yeah, the market structure bill is on its way. They're going to cross that finish line. We even have a White House crypto counselor, Patrick Witt, said that he expects the crypto market structure bill to pass by the end of this year. So we are very bullish on getting that through. More clarity just means more adoption out there. And speaking of adoption, central banks could embrace Bitcoin in just 5 years, says Deutsche Bank. So that's going to be our next article. But again, 5 years? That's going to be some time. So here at the Bitcoin Bet non-crypto club at World Ventures and Private Key Capital, we have this full opportunity to take advantage of this because we already have it in place. We want to be that Bitcoin-backed bank first with so many crypto opportunities involved with it. So yeah, if it's going to take banks 5 years, they're going to be playing catch up with us. So if you guys want more information on all of our programs that we have here at the Bitcoin Bet Crypto Club, World Ventures, or Private Key Bank, go to bitcoinben.io or give us a text or call at 941-413-8080. So yeah, if you want to get involved in like bulk Bitcoin purchases that are confidential, give us a call because that's something you just can't get on the exchanges out there. But let's go over this article on how like in just 5 years we could see central banks embrace Bitcoin. So central banks have long relied on gold as a safe haven, but Bitcoin is starting to make its mark with prices near record highs. Analysts Marianne Labor and Camilla Saizon say that two could coexist on balance sheets, each playing a role in diversifying reserves. Now, by 2025, both gold and Bitcoin are showing remarkable strength, and according to Deutsche Bank, research analysis Marianne Labor and Camilla Saizon, the two could even coexist on central bank balance sheets by 2030. Now, in their September 22nd report titled Bitcoin vs. Gold, the Future of Central Bank Reserves, now they examine how these very different assets are gaining attention as reserves amid global economic uncertainty. Now, Labor and Saizon note that gold demand remains strong in 2025, with prices reaching a new all-time high of $3,703 per ounce in September, and the analysis points to geopolitical uncertainty, ongoing central bank purchases, expectations of further Federal Reserve rate cuts, and questions over the Fed independence as a driving forces behind the surge. Now, gold's long-standing reputation as a core reserve asset is also reinforced by these factors they added. So at the same time, though, Bitcoin is making a case for itself as a potential reserve asset. The analysis highlights that the cryptocurrency has also demonstrated remarkable resilience, trading close to its all-time high after surpassing $123,500 in August. Now, there still is more room to run. Bitcoin's price strength reflects growing institutional adoption and signals its emergence as a potential hedge against macroeconomic risks, with Labor and Saizon suggesting that the market still has more room to run and will rise back up to $120,000 or 120,000 levels by the end of this year. Now, this rise in Bitcoin coincides with a gradual shift in central bank reserves. The report notes that the dollar shares of global reserve has been falling from 60% in 2000 to 43% in 2024. Now, gold has long been the go-to alternative, but new developments in the US are fueling debate over whether Bitcoin should also play a role. So while gold has long been the standard alternative, the Trump administration landmark decision to establish a U.S. strategic reserve this past March reignites the argument for central banks to hold Bitcoin as a reserve asset, said Deutsche Bank. Now, the analysis see a complementary relationship between two assets as they note that the Bitcoin and gold are deemed complementary alternatives to traditional safe haven reserves due to their low correlation with other asset classes, relatively scarce supply, and the use of a hedge against inflation as a geopolitical volatility. Now, gold may still maintain its lead in official reserves for now, but however, Bitcoin is likely to grow in the private and alternative reserve allocations, with analysis also anticipating that the cryptocurrency notorious volatility could decline over time. Now, crucially, Bitcoin still lacks key components of a reserve asset, the trust and transparency. However, as history has shown us, during the early stages of its adoption, gold was also prone to price sensitivity and gold's volatility has declined over time, said Deutsche Bank. So as Labor and Saizon put it, Bitcoin's volatility dropped to historic lows in August, with its 30-day volatility declining to at least 23% at the time. And that's Bitcoin's price surpassed a record high above $123,500 on August 15th. Now, this is suggesting a gradual decoupling between the price and volatility. Now, still, neither gold nor Bitcoin is likely to replace the dollar as the dominant reserve asset, but the analysis notes that adding that countries today will also ensure that Bitcoin and other digital assets do not threaten the sovereignty of their currencies, reflecting lessons learned from history and attempts to reduce reliance on gold. Now, Labor and Saison also draw historic parallels, like Bitcoin gold was once subject to skepticism, suspicion, and demand of speculation, suggesting that Bitcoin's journey will mirror gold's path. Now, key catalyst to this is the report emphasizes a broader human-driven trend, noting that Bitcoin and other alternative assets will likely continue to compete for our attention. Now, the analysis see the US-led adoption of Bitcoin as a potential catalyst for transforming the cryptocurrency from a speculative investment into a recognized component of the global finance, and I think that is here already. Now, in short, Dutch Bank analysis suggests that gold and Bitcoin are likely to coexist in a central bank reserve by 2030, each playing its own role through the report, and doesn't specify what countries will be first to adopt this approach. Now, gold remains the trusted benchmark, while Bitcoin's surge reflects the growing appetite for digital alternatives, and for central banks, the challenge will likely be balancing the old and the new, blending centuries-old traditions with emerging technologies. So, yeah, so we have it. Like, what was this whole article about again? Like, it's here. Banks, institutions, and banks are going to be using this no matter what. I think, what did I have a little piece of on? Like, was it this one? No, not that one. Yeah, JP Morgan, this big old bank that shut down my account and just in 1.3 trillion mortgage selling to let E-Trade clients trade Bitcoin in the first half. So banks and institutions are already involved. Like, they've been doing it on the back end. Like, they've been holding themselves. Like, even back in the day, they would tell their employees and people, don't get involved with Bitcoin or crypto. If you do, they even said you were fired for doing it. But on the back end, they were collecting, like Jamie Dimon himself too. It was like collecting it on the back end. So it was like, I do as I say, but don't do as I do. But now that's not happening anymore. Now it's we're accepting it because the whole world is on board with this. So nothing's stopping this train, and Bitcoin's just going to keep continuing to rise. And good morning, Joe. Thank you for being here. Joe from California. What do you think about this? The pro-Bitcoin candidate officially declares candidacy for governor of California. I don't know. I think he'll at least be better than Newsom. Oh, but you're not even seeing it. This one right here. So I don't know. I don't know. Let's just get Newsom out. But I still want to know who the other candidate's going to be. Like, are we going to have two pro-Bitcoin candidates? So one Republican, one Democratic? We just got to wait and see. But right now, he is officially declared as a candidate. So what do you think? So, yeah, but that's, yeah, guys, we won though. Like, Bitcoin is, soaring. SEC with new, like, just no less requirements now to get a product in. SEC chair is like just talking about we're going to get this crypto market structure bill to happen. We got parties switching on both sides. People are paying for their coffee in Africa. And again, we have at least 7 countries with reserves, and more is going to be coming. States, banks, other countries, everyone's going to be having their own reserve, even businesses out there. Like, it's coming, guys. But let's take a quick little commercial break, and then I'll come back with some more altcoin news, because I don't think I have any more Bitcoin news for you. So let's take a quick 1-minute break, and I will be right back once I can find an ad to play. Let's play Calyx Laptops, yes.
In a world where your data is constantly under attack, one company stands for your digital freedom. Introducing Calyx Solutions, your gateway to ultimate online privacy and secure cryptocurrency trading. Meet the Liberty Laptop. With its modified OS and advanced tracking prevention, it's your shield against surveillance. Access restricted areas, use recommended security software, and browse with confidence. Your digital footprint? Virtually non-existent. For the crypto pros, we present the Crypto Laptop. Pre-configured on premium hardware for secure trading. Optimized for your favorite wallets and exchanges, it's the fortress your digital assets deserve. Both laptops come with expert individual training and support. You're never alone in your journey to digital empowerment. At Calyx Solutions, we put you in control. No more worrying about data breaches or compromised transactions. Ready to join the revolution? Visit calyxsolutions.io and choose your perfect laptop today. Plus, become an affiliate and earn while sharing the power of digital freedom. Calyx Solutions. Unlock your digital freedom. Give us a call or text at 702-845-8276 or visit us directly at calyxsolutions.io.
And we are back. So we're just basically talking about already in the first half, Bitcoin's awesome. We won. No more battling and everything. And then we were talking about how banks were going to be starting to accepting or crypto is going to be involved within the next 5 years into their platforms with all that stuff. But some of the persons are switching over from the traditional market they've been living on under a rock for all these years, going over to the new technology we have. Let's go over how stable coins versus credit cards and their upcoming battle with $100 billion US payments battle is going to be taking place. Because again, new technology versus old. So let's go through this article. Can stablecoins disrupt Visa and MasterCard? Explore how blockchain payments may capture billions in fees from US credit card networks. And yeah, they can do that because it's going to be so much cheaper. They charge 3% to do a transaction with them versus crypto, you're just paying the gas fee. But let's go through this article. So since stablecoins first emerged in 2014 to provide stability in the volatile cryptocurrency market, they have redefined traditional banking. They have separated the core functions of storing and transferring money, which allows fintechs to build programmable services on a global digital currency system. Now, traditionally, businesses accepted card payments, while the remaining functions, including holding deposits and offering additional services and tools, were the bank's domain. Now, stablecoins have largely replaced this with an ecosystem where most are centrally issued but operate on a decentralized network rather than a centralized entity. Now, moreover, it reduces the cross-border transfer times, lower costs, stabilizes fund values, and introduces flexible reward systems that outpace credit cards. Now, each time a credit card is used in the US, banks and payment networks take a small portion of the transaction, typically 1.5% to 3.5%. Now, this significantly reduces profits for merchants and contributors to higher prices for consumers. Now, this is starting to change thanks to stablecoins. Now, this article discusses the costs associated with credit cards, how stablecoin companies, stablecoins compare with credit cards, and stablecoin use cases in the industry, and how stablecoins are disrupting the credit card industry for better. So first off, the cost you pay for credit cards. So credit cards are widely used for payments, not just in the US, but across the world. However, this convenience has a high cost. Each transaction involves hidden fees, such as interchange fees paid by merchants to banks, network fees, which are collected by Visa and MasterCard, and other processing costs that fees typically between 1.5% and 3.5% cut directly into the merchant profits. Now, businesses like airlines, retailers, and small shops often raise prices to cover these costs, which ultimately affect consumers. The payment system favors card networks, leaving merchants with little control. Meanwhile, consumers end up indirectly paying for the network's profits. Now, stablecoins pegged to a fiat currency like the US dollar offer a solution with faster, cheaper, and clear transactions. So by avoiding card networks and lowering fees, stablecoins could help businesses save money and provide better value to consumers. Now, what are stablecoins? Stablecoins are a type of cryptocurrency created to hold a steady value by pegging to stable assets, usually the US dollar. Now, unlike unpredictable cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin or Ethereum, stablecoins offer stability, making them suitable for daily transactions. Now, their value is typically supported by reserves of cash, short-term U.S. Treasury securities, or similar assets, and it's designed to maintain one token at roughly $1. Now, they combine the speed and efficiency of blockchain technology with the reliability of traditional currency. Now, USDC is issued by Circle and is dollar-pegged stablecoin that operates under U.S. money service businesses and registration and publishes regular third-party attestations of its reserves. In December 2024, Ripple launched its Ripple USD coin, making the coin available on global exchanges after receiving regulatory approval from the New York Department of Financial Services. Now, these US dollar-linked stablecoins are transforming the payment system, providing businesses and consumers with the cost-effective, fast global alternative to traditional payment methods. Now, stablecoins versus credit cards, the case for a better payment system. Now, stablecoins present an alternative to credit cards by addressing two of the biggest pain points in U.S. payments: high fees and slow settlements. Now, credit card payments may feel instant, but merchants usually wait 1 to 3 business days before they receive their funds. So during that delay, they also pay fees of 1.5% to 3.5% per transaction, which cut into the margins and often get passed on to consumers. Now, stablecoins settle on the blockchain network, usually within seconds to minutes, at a fraction of the cost, giving both merchants and customers a faster and cheaper option. No wonder stablecoins have caught the attention of merchants, airlines, and large retailers. They are eager to reduce their dependency on Visa and MasterCard's entrenched networks. Now, by adopting stablecoins, they can reclaim lost revenue, protect tight margins, and still maintain robust loyalty programs. Projects are now using blockchain-powered platforms to facilitate stablecoin-based rewards points. It also helps retain real-world value, ensuring loyalty schemes and they remain attractive to customers while delivering tangible financial benefits to the business. Now, customers are able to truly own their reward points, which means they can save the points or move them elsewhere to spend outside of the platform where they were earned. Now, here is a table illustrating how stablecoins compare with credit cards. So how do they compare? Well, we got the transaction fees. Stablecoins are low to near zero, while credit cards are 1.5 to 3.5 per transaction. How long does it take? Minutes on the blockchain, or minutes on layer 2 for stablecoins. But while credit cards, 1 to 3 business days. And now the cost is just the gas fee. So whatever network you're using could be extremely cheap, or versus the credit cards, the annual fees, foreign exchange spreads, and interest rates, all taking a little piece of that transaction. Now the merchant benefits because of this. Stablecoins give lower fees, faster liquidity, no chargebacks, and programmable rewards. While credit cards have wide acceptance, customer familiarity, and chargeback protection. Now, consumer protections, well, it's still evolving in the stablecoin market with fewer legal safeguards, which is being worked on. We just had the stablecoin, the Genius Act, and now we're going to be getting the Crypto Market Act. Now, strong regulations on the credit card side, we have that, plus customer grievance redressal systems. Now, the rewards that you get with either of these, well, with stablecoins is programmable and flexible integrations, while credit cards are traditional points, cashback tied to the card networks. Now, use cases of stablecoins in a credit card industry. The competition between stablecoins and credit cards is not just about lower cost and quicker transactions. It reflects how major companies are reshaping payment systems for end customers and businesses. For cryptocurrency-backed credit cards to stablecoin-based loyalty programs, the industry is developing creative hybrid solutions that combine traditional and modern payment approaches. Now, here are 2 case studies to help you get insights into how businesses are refining their payment system. So 1, we have Gemini and Ripple strategic move. On August 25th, 2025, Gemini introduced the XRP credit card in collaboration with Ripple. Now, the card provides up to 4% cash back in XRP for gas, electric vehicle charging, and rideshare purchases with a monthly cap. 3% for dining, 2% for groceries, and 1% for all other purchases. Rewards are credited instantly in crypto, and the card has no annual foreign transaction fees. Now, Gemini also adopted Ripple RUSD as the base currency for all US spot trading pairs, simplifying currency conversions to further support RLUSD. Ripple acquired REL and the payments platform for the $200 million, adding tools for cross-border payments, virtual accounts, and automation ecosystem. So that's just like one card you got there. Like Gemini also first came out with that orange Bitcoin credit card too, earned Bitcoin cashbacks. But yeah, then as recently they did a Ripple one. Who's going to stop them from doing another one? Here's a Solana card, a Cardano card. Like they have so many possibilities they can keep doing that. And they're not the only ones doing cards too. Like we even had, let's see, was it this one right here? Just in, Visa and Stripe fold a team up to launch the Bitcoin credit card as well. So this is how the traditional system is kind of upgrading, like on board, like give people like the normal average Joe and Jane a physical card to use to either earn and spend your cryptocurrency, because that's the only way really to get this adoption to even push forward a little bit faster. Because again, like how did we do it back in the day when we went from the Diners, well, it wasn't the Diners Club card, that was like the first credit card payment, but when we went from checks to cash, from cash to checks, from checks to plastic cards, and now from cards to our digital money, we already use Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, to now just moving cryptocurrency around. So it's the evolution of money going into play, but you need these gaps to educate the community and people who are using this to just get more comfortable with it. Now, cards are a great starting off point, but eventually people will just start using their phone for everything. So yeah. And another example of what they're doing to change is retail and e-commerce innovations. So AirShop, scheduled for launch in September 2025, seeks to reshape the loyalty programs through stablecoin-powered commerce. The platform employs AirKit for secure identity and tiered membership verification, offering tailored rewards at its core of stablecoins. Now, USD-backed tokens linked to stablecoins, which maintain their value unlike traditional loyalty points. These stablecoins can be used at over 2 million merchants via Bookit.com, spanning travel, retail, dining, luxury experience. So unlike conventional loyalty programs with restrictive uses or diminishing value, AirShop ensures flexibility and interoperability, letting users carry rewards across brands, merchants, gain transparent and cost-effective ways to just connect with customers, while consumers enjoy the trust, flexibility, and genuine economic value. Now, here is that news from Spree Finance and how Air uses it to be able to just earn points and spend your crypto. And that wasn't also the first time we heard it. Yesterday's article, we covered how Yamaha in Bolivia and Toyota, like a guy used USDT to purchase his car. So it's like everyone's adopting this technology, and they're also adopting stablecoin technology too, where it's just like it's a lot faster than the traditional market. Now, let's also talk about the $100 billion potential and how stablecoins could disrupt the credit card industry. In 2024, credit cards were the most popular payment method among U.S. consumers, accounting for 35% of all transactions. Now, the total purchase volume reached $5.51 trillion across 56.2 billion transactions made with Visa and MasterCard products. Now, stablecoins challenge this expensive system by providing nearly cost-free transactions, instant settlements, and flexible rewards through blockchain technology. Now, if stablecoins gain even 10 or 15% of these transactions market, they could redirect billions in savings to the merchants and consumers. Now, continued adoption of stablecoin-based payments and loyalty programs by retailers, airlines, and e-commerce companies could increase the pressure on traditional credit card networks, such as a shift will not only reshape payment economics, but also promote broader use of blockchain technology, transitioning stablecoins from a niche solution to a central component of the U.S. financial infrastructure. Now, stablecoins are becoming a core component of the financial system. The competition between stablecoins and credit cards just extend beyond just payment methods. It determines who will control the flow of money in the digital age, with increasing regulatory clarity, institutional support, and consumer confidence. Stablecoins offer faster, cheaper, and programmable transactions that are highly appealing. Now, initiatives like Ripple's RLUSD and Gemini's offering demonstrate how cryptocurrency companies are embedding themselves in mainstream finance. And at the same time, major retailers such as Amazon and Walmart are exploring proprietary stablecoins to cut their fees and reinvent loyalty programs. Now, if these initiatives succeed, they can transform the economics of payments, redistributing billions in costs and benefits across the ecosystem. Now, while credit cards remain deeply rooted, blockchain-powered stablecoins are likely to become a core component of the U.S. commerce, reshaping incentives, lowering costs, and redefining customer engagement in a $100 billion payment landscape. So that is the two differences going over what are stablecoins and credit cards, how they differ, and why we are really evolving and moving into the blockchain technology side. Again, because it saves money, it's faster, and it's transparent, and it's going to save companies billions of dollars in just fees alone. So this is why everyone's going to adopt it, and we're going to be seeing more shops like that place in Africa where you can pay for your meals with crypto, whether it be a stable coin, Bitcoin, XRP, who knows? We're going to have options in the future. But it's probably going to start off with USDT stablecoin or Bitcoin as the main options, and then roll out with more later on. But yep, so those are the two differences between these guys. And yeah, do you think we're moving fast? I think we're moving at light speed right now. Now, other news are talking about cards and everything. We had World Liberty Finance announced that they're going to launch a debit card. So the WLFI unveils a debit card and retail app to bridge crypto and traditional finance. So World Liberty Financial has revealed plans to launch its very own debit card. Zach Fulman, the co-founder, announced it during a fireside chat at Korea Blockchain Week 2025 in Seoul. So World Liberty Financial will soon launch a debit card linked to USD1 and Apple Pay. USD1 is the stable coin of World Liberty Finance. And again, guys, everyone's going to have a stable coin. Just like the last article said, even Amazon and Walmart are working on it. But debit card and retail apps are coming. The debit card is part of a bigger plan for World Liberty Financial. along with a card that projects the card project that will also release a retail app soon. Folkman described the app as a mix between Venmo and Robinhood. It will enable users to send money like a payment app and trade cryptocurrencies as well as other assets. Now, these products aim to unite traditional finance and crypto in one unique experience. Now, here's a tweet from Jacqueline Melinek. Got World Liberty Fies, Zach Volman, to break the news on stage at KBW. The project will launch a debit card and retail app soon, and they plan to have its stablecoin, USD1, linked to Apple Pay and position its app like a Venmo meets Robinhood. And there they are on stage talking about that. Now, Folkman made it clear that World Liberty Financial will not be launching its own blockchain. He said that the company's focus is on being a chain agnostic, meaning it will work across different blockchains instead of just building its own. Now, our job isn't to roll out change or exchanges, Folkman explained. We want to stay up to date with all the technologies and platforms. Now, there's been partnerships with BitThumb. So during the same event, World Liberty Financial announced a new partnership that they signed a memorandum of understanding with BitThumb, one of South Korea's biggest crypto exchanges. The agreement will let both companies explore future business opportunities together, and it is yet another sign that World Liberty Financial is embarking on a global expansion. Now, here is that tweet from them. Today, World Liberty Finance has signed a memorandum with understanding with BitThumb, one of the largest cryptocurrency exchanges in South Korea. So there's been so many announcements going on today. With World Liberty Finance Token's price update, the project's native token, WLFI, has faced a rough start. Since its launch on September 1st, the token's price has dropped 37%, and then it fell another 10.28% in the past day and is now trading at 21 cents. Folkman admitted that the price will continue to fluctuate with the market. However, he believes it will rise as projects expand and introduces new products such as the debit card and retail app. Now, in conclusion, World Liberty Financial is following a long-term strategy. Although the WLFI token has faced initial setbacks, the team is working on creating useful tools, including a debit card and retail app, and World Liberty Financial is stabilizing a USD1 coin with Apple Pay and partnering with BitThumb. It's becoming a bridge between crypto and traditional banking. So that's what's going on with World Liberty Finance, a new debit card and a banking app where it's going to act like Venmo and Robinhood at the same time. So it's going to be pretty interesting. I can't wait till it rolls out and I can give it a nice try. Because I just love playing with everything in this space. Like if something comes out, it's like, oh, let me get that. Let me play along with it just to know how it works, what flaws it may have. And then that way if someone comes up to me and go, yeah, I did play around with that. I wasn't a fan. Or I can go, oh, that thing is awesome. You should definitely get that card. So I'm definitely looking forward to it when this comes out and I can have some fun. But that's our World Liberty financial news. And now, like outside just spending your crypto with a card, looks like Russia's largest online retailer, Wildberries, launches crypto payments in Belarus. So yeah, adoption, guys, is happening everywhere. And like, how do I keep saying this? We won. Bitcoin's just going to keep going, hopefully. But yeah, so all this news is so bullish. The Belarusians can now shop on Russia's leading e-commerce platform, Wildberries, using cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Tether. The feature meets legal requirements for such transactions in Belarus, which is updating its regulation in order to facilitate crypto payments for its citizens. Now, Wildberries accepts cryptocurrencies in Belarus. So the Russian online retail giant Wildberries is piloting cryptocurrency payments for its Belarusian customers, media reports revealed this week. Now, the popular platform, Belarusian website, allows users to pay for their orders using electronic certificates, which can then be bought with a number of major coins. Now, these are purchased through Whitebird, the first licensed crypto trading venue in Belarus, which is Wildberries' partner in the trial project. Now, founded in 2020, Whitebird is a resident of the Belarus High-Tech Park, a hub providing a special legal regime and tax benefits for IT companies and digital asset businesses, and it is authorized to conduct crypto fiat exchanges. Now, the certificates are denominated in Belarusian rubles and can only be used to pay for items offered by the Russian marketplace. Now, this feature is currently active in test mode for a pilot group of customers using the Wildberries site and app for the iOS or Android. Minskaya Pravda unveiled on Monday that the newspaper noted that the service will gradually be made available to all users. Now, the crypto payments are facilitated by conversion to Belarusian fiat. Users can buy the e-certificates in advance during a Wildberries checkout, registration with Whitebird, and it is required to in order to top off balances. So shoppers will be redirected to the exchange's website where they can select the cryptocurrency they want to use and the amount they would like to spend. Now, conversion rates are updated and displayed to the end user in real time, and no commission will be charged for obtaining those certificates. Now, as soon as a buyer completes the process, a ruble certificate is issued and its amount credited by Whitebird to their Wildberries account. Now, the payment option supports a list of popular cryptocurrencies, including Bitcoin, Ethereum, and the US dollar pegged to stablecoin Tether, among others. Now, the securities and payments will be a priority. So, two companies have made it clear they are putting an emphasis on ensuring the security of transactions, and only users verified by Whitebird will be able to buy the electronic certificates. The exchange conducts constant anti-money laundering, monitoring, and undergoing annual audits by independent firms and complies with the Belarusian AML regulations. Now, once loaded to a certificate, the funds cannot be withdrawn to a bank card and can be used exclusively to order from Wildberries. Now, the latter once launched in 2004 and has since become a popular online shop for clothing, cosmetics, household items, electronics, books, and many other product categories in Russia, as well as in a number of other former Soviet states, from Armenia to Tajikistan. Now, it was founded by Tatiana Kim while she was looking after her first child with Russian entrepreneur Vladislav Bakachuk. Kim is considered Russia's first self-made billionaire woman, with Forbes estimating her net worth at $7.4 billion in 2024. Now, the crypto adoption is her company's first project related to digital assets, and the Belarusian Daily commented that it will help develop fintech services and payment innovations in the country while promoting financial inclusion. Now, Belarus legalized crypto businesses for HTTP residents in 2018, and a presidential decree issued the previous year by the country's long-term leader, Alexander Lukashenko. Now, cryptocurrency payments in neighboring Russia, of which Belarus is closely an ally, are strictly prohibited, aside from special regime allowing Russian firms to use coins to evade sanctions and foreign trade. Now, the Belarusian president recently urged relevant authorities to step up its efforts to update the nation's regulatory framework and catch up with the rapidly developing crypto industry. Now, crypto payments made Belarusian citizens and are expected to reach $3 billion by the end of the 2025 year. And as reported by Cryptopolitan, after already hitting a record high in the first 7 months of this year. So, totally bullish momentum there. But yeah, so that is Russia's largest online retailer, Wildberries, launching crypto payments. And that's cool that it's the owner, the creator of the Wildberries, is like the first self-proclaimed like billionaire lady. So woman in money, finances, and crypto. So smart woman. But let's see. So that's what's going on with Russia and payments everywhere. Now let's move on to why is Avalanche up? So we're getting into more altcoin space. So all the other crypto markets are kind of in the, well, right now the day chart's looking pretty green, but if you go by the hour chart, we're in the red right now. But AVAX is up 9.5% today, and let's find out what's going on. So how are they avoiding the crypto market slump right now? So the rally in AVAX price came as institutional momentum and network growth signaled renewed investor confidence in the Avalanche ecosystem. So Avalanche's AVAX token surged 10% to trade above $33 on Tuesday amid a broader crypto market downturn, bucking the sell-off trend, and AVAX price is up 21.5% from its local low of just $29. Now driven by institutional momentum, signaling renewed confidence in the Layer 1 token. Now that we've seen positive fundamentals boost AVAX's price, the Avalanche Foundation has made several moves to bolster AVAX's institutional appeal. In early September, the nonprofit announced plans to raise $1 billion through two US-based crypto treasury companies, enabling them to acquire millions of AVAX tokens at a discounted rate from the foundation reserves. Now, one vehicle, led by HiveMind Capital and advised by Anthony Scaramucci, targets $500 million via a NASDAQ-listed company in a PIPE transaction. Now, this was confirmed on Monday with AgriForce Growing Systems, rebranded as AVAX One, and announcing plans to raise $550 million to build a treasury centered around AVAX. Now, here is Cointelegraph reporting that in a tweet, AgriForce Growing Systems to rename AVAX One and plans to raise $550 million to establish the first NASDAQ-listed company with an AVAX treasury strategy. Now, the second will be reportedly carried out via a special purpose acquisition vehicle, which involves major industry investor Dragonfly Capital and also aims to raise $500 million as well. The treasury companies will stash AVAX, creating sustained buying pressure and liquidity, and institutional interest in AVAX has accelerated since February. Sweden-based asset manager Vitun introduced a crypto exchange trade product, exposing Finnish investors to AVAX. Now, this was also followed by global investment firm Van Eck and their application to launch an AVAX exchange traded fund. In March, Grayscale filing to convert its existing Avalanche Trust into an ETF last month, and this further cements the institutional wave, driving the latest price rally despite market headwind. Now, Avalanche's on-chain activity underpins AVAX price. So the Avalanche ecosystem has expanded in 2025 with technical upgrades and more applications. The Octane upgrade in April slashed a C-chain fees by 98%, propelling the average daily transaction to 1.4 million by Q2, which is a staggering 493% quarter-over-quarter rise, and active addresses are up 57%, so at least 46,397 addresses out there. Now, during the last week of August, Avalanche led all blockchains in transaction growth, rising over 66% in just 1 week to hit an all-time high of its 2.2 million on August 31st. Now, although this value has dropped since then, the metric still remains high, with the daily transaction count stabilizing about 1.2 million per data from Nansen. Meanwhile, the total value locked doubled from $1 billion in April to $2.23 billion at the time of writing this on this Tuesday, reflecting a 120% growth post-Octane. Now, driven by protocols like Aave and the 550 million total value locked, the stablecoin market cap rose to $2.16 billion on Tuesday, which is an 81% increase over the last 30 days, according to DeFi Llama. Now, increasing total value locked and stablecoin market cap signals booming DeFi adoption and network usage. This also enhances liquidity and potential for higher AVAX prices. Now, the AVAX price chart rounded the bottom pattern. AVAX's daily charts reveal that the emergence of a rounded bottom pattern is a classic bullish reversal formation, signaling an accumulation after a prolonged consolidation time. Now, from July's lows near $17, the price has been tracing a gentle U-shaped pattern based through September, and this formation is confirmed by over 100% increase in trading volume over the last 24 hours and a 17% jump from Monday's lows of around $29, indicating that sellers are exhausted and buyers are gaining control again. Now, this setup creates two bullish targets for AVAX. The first is a return to the pattern's neckline at $55, which will be a 61% increase from the current levels. And a decisive daily candlestick close above this level would confirm the pattern, clearing the way for a rally toward the second target at $212. Now, this measured project projection of chart below should such a move would represent a 511% from the current price. Now, I wasn't getting a chart here. Let's see. Let me click refresh because I've been seeing these pop up. Am I missing some images? There's a chart right there showing that U-shaped trend. But however, the bulls should not get confident here. The relative strength index is now the overbought threshold. Such elevated RSI levels over the past few years have preceded significant price corrections. And as Cointelegraph reported, AVAX price must overcome the immediate resistance at $36 to increase the odds of breaking through a psychological level of $40, and later the pattern's neckline at $55. So that is kind of why AVAX is still just beating the trends. They've been having a lot of on-chain activity adoption. This company, AgriForce, changing their name to AVAX One. So there's been a lot of bullish news, which makes sense for why this coin is pumping, as well as the others. Like when there's a lot of news in this space, coins are going to do well. Just like what we've seen with Aster, like what is that coin at? Up 52% right now. So like that one got tons of eyes and nose from Binance out there. But again, so yeah, as long as there's good news out there, your project should be just fine. No, is that really it for all the news I have? There was another one, but it just seems like a very long article that I could probably just save for another day because it was about how the blockchain network will stop crypto deepfake scams out there. Because again, like their scams are slipping through the system right now, and will blockchain be able to have like kind of like how Bitcoin solved the double spending error? Will they be able to solve fraudulent deepfake accounts out there using this technology? We're just going to wait and find out, but that was an article I'm just going to be skipping today because we were running low on time. But yeah, so guys, Bitcoin's price right now is at $112,000, just a little shy under 113. Again, great buying opportunity. Don't be scared and shaken now. When people are like seeing like the price go from like 115, no, we wish 111, we're done, we're down, we're dead. Oh my gosh, those ones that they sell, they deserve to. But no, nobody should be selling right now. You should still be acquiring and just holding, because again, we won. Everybody's adopting it. We got both parties here in the U.S. agreeing for it, fighting for it. It's a new regulation right now. We got at least 7 countries with Bitcoin reserves. Banks are going to be getting involved. Businesses are starting to accept cryptocurrencies. So guys, just hold on to your Bitcoin, because it's going to be a fun ride that will definitely benefit you for the future. But that is it, guys. Our fear and greed index is at 47 right now. Just thought I'd share that before we sign on off. But thank you everyone for tuning in today, and I will be back tomorrow with some more crypto news. And I'll see everyone a part of the Crypto Club at our class today. It's going to be hosted by Steve Blanco, and the topic today for our class is building a circular Bitcoin economy. So if you're looking forward to that, be a part of the club. Come to our club and watch the show live. I'll be up on stage co-hosting with Steve, but he's taking the reins on this. So everyone, I'll see you tomorrow. Take care. Peace.
In a world where your data is constantly under attack, one company stands for your digital freedom. Introducing Calyx Solutions, your gateway to ultimate online privacy and secure cryptocurrency trading. Meet the Liberty Laptop. With its modified OS and advanced tracking prevention, it's your shield against surveillance. Access restricted areas, use recommended security software, and browse with confidence. Your digital footprint? Virtually non-existent. For the crypto pros, we present the Crypto Laptop. Pre-configured on premium hardware for secure trading. Optimized for your favorite wallets and exchanges, it's the fortress your digital assets deserve. Both laptops come with expert individual training and support. You're never alone in your journey to digital empowerment. At Calyx Solutions, we put you in control. No more worrying about data breaches or compromised transactions. Ready to join the revolution? Visit calyxsolutions.io and choose your perfect laptop today. Plus, become an affiliate and earn while sharing the power of digital freedom. Calyx Solutions. Unlock your digital freedom. Give us a call or text at 702-845-8276 or visit us directly at calyxsolutions.io.